Hello everyone, I'm T-Junkie, and in this tutorial I am gonna show you how to create a achievement system. This is gonna be a multiple part one because I think we're creating like 2 or 3 scripts. So since I'm using the new Unity, I've had to do this basically. It's what happens is if you're loading the new Unity, you select your project. In my case, it was a tutorial project, and then it comes up with a message telling you to upgrade. You click the upgrade button, and then it comes with that little warning you saw at the beginning. I just click the X, but just click go ahead. I've made a backup. It's just upgrading some of the scripts that we've already created. Major changes I've actually have noticed, however. Sorry, is if we go into the main menu script. Main menu script. If we go down to here, this is not the correct way to do this anymore. Unity usually upgrades all these, but they haven't, which is a problem. So I believe it's audio dot get component and I believe it's the name we use, which we need button press. No. Audio clip dot I think that's completely wrong. Luckily for me, however, I do actually have a tutorial where I actually changed it. What's this one? Yeah, sorry about this. Unity, every time I have upgraded it before, is automatically changed my scripts for me. Score 1 for Unity. No, I don't have the audio sources in here. But as you could tell, just by looking at here quickly, you can see that most of the code, if not all the code, is exactly the same. But for this tutorial I'm just gonna jump straight into how to... Yes, I made a backup. That's probably where I went wrong, you know. I didn't click yes, I made a backup. Right. Menu script. Let's see if it's actually changed it now. There you go. As you see, it's changed it now. It's get component, audio source. Oh, I was right. Open and close, parentheses, and a full stop, then play one shot, and then in the curly bracket, around the brackets, you basically put your sound name, which we have as button press. And if you upgrade and you do click I made a backup like I didn't, it will change all this for you, so you have to do nothing. And if we jump straight in, where's my script? Where's my scenes? There it is. Main menu, there we go. Jump right in, it all works the same. Now, we're going to be adding some things to this project in this part. As you've noticed on these textures, I've added a few. I've got a hack achievement, hidden achievement, which I'm going to go get rid of now. And achievement icon and status bar. Am I missing anything else? Nope. So what you need to do is you need to create a new folder and call it resource. This is so. Oh, pardon me. This is so the scripts that we create, all we're going to do it in a list, and we're going to tell Unity to collect the icons in a list. And to do that, the way we're going to do it, we need to put all our icons in a resource directory. So I can create another folder in here and call it achievement icons. Now what you need to do is you need to create some achievement icons if you haven't got any already. I've got a few. Almighty then, empty icon, Mr. Banks, reach level 5, reach level 10. I'm just gonna find some more of the ones I've got actually. Here it is. No, it's not pixeling, it's phaser. There we go. Library, not assets. GUI, textures, and then view large icons. There we go. Which ones do I want to take? Well, I want to take that hidden icon one. So I'm going to place that in there as well. And I also want to take this one. See, all of these icons, I've done them 60 by 60. I've got an empty one here, it's because I created the basic border and then I just fill the inside of this with whatever, like a pound symbol there, numbers there, question mark there, and little man on these two. It doesn't matter where you have these stored at the moment, we'll be importing them into our project. But I do recommend, if you're going to be creating achievement icons, keep them looking the same. And what I mean by that is have a basis to work from. Like, I've just got an empty icon box here, and I just fill the box with whatever icon I want in the sort of art style I want. And every achievement has that in common. They're all contained inside that box. So once you've got all the achievement ones you want, the icons you want, copy that. And I'm going to copy Mr. Banks as well, I think. And then you basically just click and drag them into the file you just made on the Unity project. As you see, I've got them all in here. Now, it might pay to actually rename these, so I'm just going to call it AC1. I have no idea what I want to call them, so I'm going to call it AC2. If you have an idea of what you want to call it, like this one here is Almighty, then I've looked at the icon, it's like the man on fire. So I'm going to call it achievement, A for achievement, and I'm going to say power. A power. I'll leave that as Mr. Banks. Quite like that. Now what you want to do is you want to select all of them, which you've got them all imported. Up here, you click Editor GUI and Legacy GUI. And then, since I'm no good at drawing, I'll be honest, I want to set the filter mode to point, and I'm going to set it to true color, so it's in all its pixelated glory. For more complicated images, you will have to play around with all this. I mean, true color, I think it's best in all points, but the filter mode here, you might want bilinear or trilinear. depending on how complicated your image is. Since I'm doing all pixels, I'm just going to leave it on point and send that to true color and click apply. And there we go. If you look down the preview down here, you can see them all. Now we're going to need three scripts. I'm going to create one, and I'm going to call it AchievementDatabase. Okay, another one, AchievementVariables. And the third script, since I think, yeah, I'm going to be creating it on the main menu to begin with. Reload all. I'm going to be creating on the main menu to begin with. So I won't actually need the third one. The main ones you really need are AchievementDatabase and AchievementVariables. Variables will contain all the variables that we're going to be creating, like the name, the description, and all that. Basically what I mean is that's setting up the environment. The database, however, is when you populate, say, the database, the description with an actual description, like complete the game or something like that. But the variables is just setting up the way for the database to collect the variables. Collect the variables. It seems a bit complicated, but it's rather straightforward. Now, since I've got quite a lot of these, I can't remember which one I had it in. Oh, yeah, never mind. I remember. See, this is the one I created before. You got the achievement database, achievement variables. I have a game version here, main menu and player HUD. So the achievement database variables, I'm just going to open up in my second window here. But this is what it's going to look like. There are not much on here at all. But I'll explain and go through them now. How long we got? Been in 30 minutes. Oh, that's not too bad. So in this part we will be creating this script, and in the next part we'll be creating the other script, the database one. So in this one, just format this the way you want. You have to open it up in your selected editor, and we don't even need this. We're not inheriting from mono behavior. This is not going to be a script that we're going to run front end. This is going to be in the background, just ticking away. We do, however, want to add some square brackets and type in system.serializable. Because this is going to be our variables, we're not actually going to put data in here. We're going to have another script collecting the data from this script and then putting it to use. So what we need to do, however, is on the start we need to create some public variables. So I'm going to create public string and achievement name. We don't give them anything. The reason why we're leaving it public is because since another script's going to inherit from this script, everything needs to be public so it can access, the other script can actually access everything in this script. So what we need now is a public int achievement ID. This here is important. each achievement we'll be creating, we're going to give an ID from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the etc. etc. This is so that when we come to draw our achievements in a formulated list for everybody to view, it knows which achievement to get. So you'll tell it to get achievement 1, it'll display only achievement 1, the correct achievement you want. Now we need a public string, can't spell today, and then a achievement description. You can make these names, variable names, as descriptive as you want. We're going to be changing them later on in this script, however, to something more readable and easily wrote over multiple times. Now we need a public texture 2D. This is for your icon, and then just call it achievement icon, and then public string achievement icon name. The reason I'm doing it like this is we can get the achievement icon from the achievement name. What I mean by that is, when we come to populate the list, we can't actually cache and draw that from the list. We can, however, give it a name, and by giving it a name, we're saying that this achievement name here is going to be the same as this icon name. So you draw the texture icon by using this name instead of this name here. So you can have your achievement name as long or as complicated as you want, but your icon name doesn't have to be the same. And then public I can't put this one yet because I've not created it, just realised. Now I can delete these. Now what we need is a public enum achievement status. No curly brackets, this is going to be a list. And we only have 2 states in this, so it's locked, comma, unlocked. Now when you finish this, do not put anything at the end. This is a list, so after each value is locked, unlocked, and if we're going to add another one, put another comma and say blog as an example. But the last one, you don't put a comma or close it off in any way. And then after this, we're going to create a public achievement variables, which is the same name as the script, and we're going to put string a name, comma, int a ID. As you see at the moment, a name is achievement name, a ID is achievement ID. As you notice, we've got achievement name is actually a string, achievement ID is actually an int. So we're just simplifying the names now. String a description, achievement status is actually an a status, and a string AI name. Whoops. So we're getting the name, the ID, the description, the achievement icon. Well, not the achievement icon, sorry. You're getting the achievement icon name here. But we're also getting here the achievement status. And that's just simply achievement status is, we're going to call it a status. So in here what we do is we type achievement name is equal to a name. And we do this for everything. So achievement ID is equal to a ID. Achievement string achievement description. I'm getting confused now. Equals a description. Achievement icon name is equal to AI name. Achievement status is equal to a status. And then we're going to have another one in here is achievement icon is equal to resources dot load, and it's a texture 2D. And then open and close brackets, put a comma after it. But it is achievement icons /. Now this name here should be the name in your resources folder, what they're called. So we have called it achievement icons right here. So in the script I need it to be called achievement icons. You put the / because it's the folder, you're saying it's in this folder. And then it's plus, and then AI name. Achievement icon, icon name. And under here what we want to do is put public achievement status, and then put, I call it achievement status, and achievement status right there. Use the one we've just created up here, and not this one. And then we're just going to create a public achievement variables, and then leave this completely blank. Save that off. So in this we've created our variables up here. We've even created saying this public achievement status, which is right here, is this name here. And we've also said achievement status here is equal to a status, which we cached up here, because this is already saying that it's this. And then the achievement icon is resources.load texture 2D, because our icons are texture 2Ds. And then inside the speech marks you put your folder name. It could be achievement icons. It should be spelled exactly the same way as you've spelt your folder name. And then you put plus, and then you put AI name, which is the achievement icon name. We could put a name and it'd be the same as achievement name. So if you want your icon to have the same name as, if your icon is the same name as the achievement name you want to choose, it's easy enough to do that. But I prefer just to put it like this, so I can call my achievements whatever I want, my achievement icons whatever I want, and my achievements whatever I want, and they won't conflict with each other. It's more personal preference more than anything. So save that script off, and that's the complete achievement variables script. In the next part, I'll teach you how to create the achievement database using the achievement variables script we just created. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.